Hi boys and girls, here's lesson 2.9, dividing mixed numbers. So today, obviously, your objective is that I can divide mixed. Okay, so here's our first problem. Couple of steps when we're multiplying, or dividing mixed numbers. First step we're going to do is we're going to estimate. So I have 9 1/3, and that's close to 9. And 1 1/6 is close to 1, so our answer is going to be around 9. That's our estimate. Next, the next step is to write the mixed numbers as fractions, meaning an improper fraction. But so we're going to write those as, honey. We're going to write those as mixed numbers, as improper fractions. So we do 9 times 3. So 9 times 3 would be 27, plus 1 would be 28 over 3, divided by 1 times 6, 6, plus 1 is 7. Denominator stays the same, 7, 6. Now, we're going to, we're going to use the reciprocal or keep, switch, flip. So I'm going to keep 28 thirds the same. I'm going to switch this to a multiplication sign and use the reciprocal to multiply it by 6 sevenths. Now I'm going to simplify, or I like to call it cross-canceling. Oh, I wrote that number wrong. Sorry. There we go. It's 28 and 7, share a factor of 7. 6 and 3, share a factor of 3. Now I'm going to multiply. I have 4 over 1 times 2 over 1. 4 times 2 over 1 times 1. That equals 8 over 1. So our answer would be 8. Okay. So I just kind of went through all of the steps here straight down. And now it's going to be an opportunity. So here's your first try it problem. Go ahead and try it on your own. Okay, let's see how you did. So first of all, we would estimate. We have 2 and divided by 1, 6. So if I just think how many sets of 6 are in 2 holes, it'd be about 12. That's my estimate. Okay. I'm going to write the mixed numbers as fractions. So 2 times 3, I'm going to switch markers here. 2 times 3 is 6 plus 1 is 7 thirds. Divided by, and I don't have to change 1/6, it's already a fraction. Now I'm going to do keep, switch, flip. Now I'm going to simplify. And I'm rewriting it every time so I don't get mixed up. And now I'm going, so 7 over 1 times 2 over 1. And I multiply that, 7 times 2, and 1 times 1 equals 14 over 1, which is the same as 14. And there's your answer. Okay, here's another example for you to try. Go ahead and try it on your own. Alright, to check your work, looks like this one is almost 6. And 3/8 is really close to half. So how many halves are in 6? That would be 12 is my estimate. So now I'm going to go ahead and write the mixed numbers as fractions. 5 times 4 is 20. Plus 3 would be 23/4. And then divided by 3/8. Now I'm going to do keep, switch, flip. 23/4. Keep, switch, and flip. Then I'm going to simplify if I can. It looks like I can simplify a little bit here. And then I have 23 ones times 2/3. 23 times 2 over 1 times 3, and that would give me 40, let's see, 46 over 3. So how many times does 3 go into 46? If you're not sure, you can do that math here. Because I'm changing this back to a proper fraction. Or sorry, a mixed number. So once and 15. 1 left over, and I'm going to say 15 and 1/3. Now, remember sometimes we used to put a decimal and bring down a 0. If you're doing fractions, you want to keep it in fractions, so let's just say 15 and 1/3. If you made it into a decimal, it's not wrong. You're fine that way. All right, let's try. Okay, so here's an example problem. The story is that there's 4 hikers, and they're sharing 3 and 1/3 quarts of water equally. So how much did each hiker receive? So our first number represents the number or the amount of water. Here's 3 1/3 quart. The second number represents how many people we're splitting it by, or 4 hikers. Okay? So if I was to estimate first, I think, well, there's 3 1/3, so, and we're dividing it by 4 people, so each person is going to get almost 1, but not quite 1, because there's not enough for each person to get 1 quart.
The other ones are huge.
Okay, so now, after I estimate, I go ahead and write them as a mixed number. 3 times 3 is 9, plus 1 is 10/3. And divided by, to make this an improper fraction, I just put a 1 underneath it. Oh, that was weird. Next, I'm going to do keep, switch, flip. 10/3 times 1 over 4. Now I'm going to simplify the share factor of 2. Then I multiply across. Now I'm starting to combine my steps because I thought you guys were getting pretty good at it. Actually, I don't know because I can't see you, but I figured you would be. Alright, and there's our simplified answer, which is 5/6 quarts. Which makes sense. I said it would be almost 1 quart. 5/6 is almost 1 quart. So that's logical when we look back at our estimate there. Okay, I want you to take a second and think about what you know about multiplying and dividing mixed numbers. And in your notebook, will you explain how dividing a mixed number is similar to multiplying a mixed number, and how is it different? One way you could do this is you could use a Venn diagram. Okay. Oh, that was an ugly circle. Let's try that again. You could explain multiplying mixed numbers and dividing mixed numbers. Okay. And you could go ahead and explain the difference there for me. Alright, here's a try it problem for you. I believe I have 4 try it problems, and then we're done for this lesson. So we're going to go kind of quickly. Go ahead and try this one on your own. Okay, to check your work, so you would have 5. We change to an improper fraction for first. 5 times 4 is 20. Plus 3 is 23/4. Divided by 4 times 2 is 8. Plus 1 is 9. Fraction stays, or denominator stays the same. Now I do keep, switch, and flip. I can do a little bit of cross canceling. Sorry, my family is so loud tonight. That's okay. We love them anyway. 23 times 1 over 2 times 9, which is 23/18. And I know that 18 goes into 23 one time. 18. How many is left over? Looks like 5 pieces. 1 and 5/18. And there's your answer for the first problem. Let's go ahead and try your next try it. So I'm doing a lot of try it's because it is important that you guys are practicing this skill. So, how many 3 1/3 yard pieces can Amanda get from 13 1/3 yard ribbon? Go ahead and solve it on your own. Okay, so the trickiest part here is you need to think, what is she splitting up? That's your first number. So she's splitting up her ribbon. So we want to take this larger piece, and that's our first our dividend, 13 1/3, and we're going to divide it by the sizes of pieces she wants, meaning how many 3 1/3 groups are in 13 1/3. So now I can solve this. 13 times 3, oh, I don't know what 13 times 3 is. Hold on. Hi, Felicity. Are you helping Mom? Okay, so that gives me 40 thirds. Divided by 3 times 3 is 9, plus 1 is 10 thirds. Let's do a little keep switch flipperoo. Ooh, this one's going to cross cancel. Nice. Look at this. 3's cross cancel, so they're both 1. 4 and 10 cross cancel. That's left at a 4. And so we have 4 over 1, which is 4 and 4 yard pieces is our answer. Okay, here's this problem, and then we are almost done here. So go ahead and evaluate this problem using the order of operations. Alright, so first we're going to divide 1 2/5 divided by 1 13/15. So I need to create them improper fractions. 1 times 5 is 5, plus 2 is 7 fifths, divided by 15 plus 13. It should be 28 fifteenths. Okay. And then I need to do keep, switch, flip. Ooh, that one does some good cross canceling. Someday you guys are going to be super good at this cross canceling. Maybe you already are good at it. 3/4. Now I have to remember to do this next step, which is to add 5/8 to 3/4. So I can think of 3/4 written as 8s would be 6/8 plus 5/8. Then I add straight across would be 11/8. Denominator stays the same. 8 into 11 once with 3 left over. So it would be 1 3/8. If you didn't get that right, please walk through the steps that I just did to solve it and see what you did wrong. Okay, the last problem, I want you to find the quotients and then describe the pattern that you see. You'll notice that these problems are very similar. So solve all 3 of these, and then in the text box, I want you to answer this part here. I'm not going to solve this problem with you. I want to just read your pattern answers when I correct these. So that's where I'm going to end for today. And I hope you guys have an awesome day of learning.